What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon, and I am still waiting for my Satyr. And today we are talking about Chaos and Flame by Justina Ireland and Tessa Gratton. I want to start off with saying that I was too excited for this book. I was too excited. My expectations were too high. I was really, really hyped for this, and unfortunately, it did not live up to my expectations. So the reason I was so hyped for this book is because, one, you guys know this, I've said it before, I love Justina Ireland. I love her Star Wars books. I love Dread Nation, all that kind of stuff. And when she wrote Path of Deceit with Tessa Gratton, like, that is one of my most, favorite, most beloved High Republic young adult novels. I thought it was so, so good. And then I saw that they are writing a fantasy series. I was like, okay, this is gonna be amazing. I am so freaking excited for this. And I get into it and I'm reading the prologue and I'm like, this is great. We got a guy, he sees visions of her. It's gonna be awesome. And then it was like, nope, but he's not the love interest. And I was like, what? Why not? Why isn't he the love interest? And from there, it just kind of kept going for tropes. And I was like, but you could have gone for this trope. But instead you went for this trope. And it was just a little bit not what I was wanting. So Chaos and Flame, honestly, the way I would describe it is it's kind of like Avatar The Last Airbender fan fiction. Like, it's an AU, it feels like, of Avatar The Last Airbender. And I really do feel like our love interest, Talon, could be Zuko, and then our main character, Darling, I feel like is a combination of Katara and Aang. I was never sure which one she was supposed to be, but it feels like both. And honestly, I was living for that dynamic. I think it was really funny. It was interesting. What I don't like is how slow this book was. So we're introduced to this idea of House of Dragon, basically taking over this entire land, kind of having an empire, if you will. And we meet a girl named Darling. She is from the House Sphinx, which they completely eradicated. She's the only one left. And when they discover her, they're like, oh, she is, regent of her house. We're going to reinstate her because it's going to look good politically. And she'd been hiding out with House Kraken, which is, seafaring and that kind of thing. And I really liked that. But then the meat of the book is them just parading Darling around all of the other houses. And the whole time we're doing this, I'm like, I'm really bored. I don't really know where we're going, what we're doing. I do think the ending was interesting, and it's obviously setting up a series, which I would be interested in seeing more of, but I wasn't super invested. I'm also not super invested in the love story between Talon and Darling, and I kept thinking about it. I'm like, why can't I put my finger on it? And I think that if we didn't have a Talon POV, I would have been more into it, but Talon, falls in love very hard, very fast, and I'm not a huge fan of that. And Darling is very much she's in it for her own reasons and that kind of thing. And I wish that it had just skewed a little bit more the plot with Darling being I don't want to be with these people. I'm trying to free my father and that kind of thing, instead of the plot that they ended up going with. So wasn't super impressed by Chaos and Flame, which is very, very disappointing for me. I am going to give it a C+. I'm interested to see where it goes, to give it the benefit of the doubt, but my expectations were way too high. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit the like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe to Talk Books with me every week. That's everything I got for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.